Yo.
That would have been smart to do.
Yeah. Well, we good, baby. Stream,
Yeah.
how's he sound? Can you hear his delightful voice?
Boners.
Yeah, that's exactly what I needed for the sound check.
I mean, what it gets all the right sounds.
Yeah. That's really all we need to say. We're just going to say boners to each other for the next hour, and that's going to be great. Hell yeah.
Sounds about right.
So what up, Sanchez? Thank you for joining me. I have... you've been by the stream enough that I feel like your answer is a recurring character in this anime, and it's time for you to get that fucking epic ass Rock Lee fight. So you want to go get some games?
Oh
on?
hell yeah! Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool.
Time to put the weights off. Oh no, I've definitely got something for you that I'm sure you will enjoy getting hit by.
I'm excited. I'm real excited. Hold up. So I'm gonna open up a player match. Do you mind if I keep it in the training mode? That way the rounds turnover is a little bit quicker.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. All right. So we're in. The lobby code is what I got. KJ07. Type that out. So yeah, I feel like there's enough buzz around just seeing you show up at tournaments and being, because hella people are like, yo, who's the answer player, right? For Guilty Gear, as long as you're playing answer, you should like MechaMacGyver is dope. You should keep it, but consider a subtitle of the answer.
So the answer, that was an old KOF player.
Ah, so you don't want to cop. I get it.
Yeah, I don't want to cop, and I also don't want to be. It's one of those things where it's like I don't want to cop, and I don't want to associate myself that much. Yeah, where it's like somebody's like, yeah, dude, you play Jin and you're really good. You should be Jin Master. And someone's like, no!
Yeah, I feel you. Well, I will call you the answer, but not the KOF. I mean, who the hell pays attention to KOF these days anyway, right? No.
It's one of those things that, like, only really old people
all right,
huddled around some, like, fire would know.
Twitch chat is saying the question is pretty good.
That's also one of my favorite DC characters. We can make that work.
There we go. All right, so we can let that rock. Maybe that's like, I don't know, MechaMacGyver gets bodied super hard, and then you just come in with a mask and you do like a heel turn and you're the question or something. That could work. Anyway, let's get this working. If you haven't played in online training, there's gonna be a whole bunch of UI shit. You can just hit start to turn it off.
Okay. I think it should be off because I remember doing this once with AKA. Oh no, it's still there. Display inputs off, chat during battle. I don't need all that garbage. Alright, we good. We Gucci.
Alright, give me 1 second. Yeah, stream, if y'all got questions for Sanchez, please just spit them out. Not only is he an excellent answer player, he's also a really good teacher, and he's really good at explaining what he's doing and why. So, y'all should call that shit out. Alright, let's go. Woo! Oh my god. I'm not going to pretend that I wanted that 6K, but I did want it to hit when I saw it happen. Oh no. Oh.
No, my homie!
Oh no, fuck. Alright, well.
Oh fuck.
Oh no!
The panic mash works. Tactical. Oh yeah, there's no round start. It just goes. That's sick.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes, you know. Ooh, nice. Oh. Nice.
missed that.
Come on!
Have you ever noticed that his scarf in the drop-down pose is very much like the sort of like Japanese Shinto shrine gods?
Huh. That's dope. I have not noticed that.
I did.
I know.
Oh fuck!
There.
Oh jeez.
Real combo hours.
Is this the end of our hero? I think it is.
Woo!
That was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, you're too high. Oh, here we go. Time to party. And I fucked it up.
Hey! I don't know what happened there, but I'm glad it did.
It was just a little too far from the wall.
Against Chip is never like the end for your hero, because you're always like one counter hit away from evening things out.
Up you go.
I hate that that scroll is just like right up there.
Collision.
Nice. Woo!
H. Ninja shit.
Okay. Naruto AF right now.
Yeah.
Yo, what up, Graffiti? Sanchez is taking a little more of my focus than normal right now. So I'm gonna be bad about responding to chat. Sorry about that. Ooh.
Oh, I was gonna get some goofy stuff.
Oh my god. Oh, nice.
Got you.
God damn. Oh, we're pressing. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
Sick.
god. Round start, fucking hype.
Yeah.
Swinging.
Yeah, good block.
I can't take credit for that one. But thank you anyway.
H.
Oh. Oh my god.
There we go. I'll take the trade. Lick him! Lick him! Lick!
Really? God, that move
Yep.
is bad. Nice.
Oh, I fucked it up. You said that too quickly.
Woo.
How did you get that grab?
I think wall cling is just weird like that, but I don't know.
Six H.
Woo. Oh my god. Nice.
Yeah, so don't tech ever right there.
Yeah.
Because the difference is like I either get something that does like maybe 200 damage to doing 75% of your life bar.
It just looks like I can tech an air throw there. Very misleading.
Oh, actually, here, this is a good illustrative
Yeah,
one.
yeah, let's
Go
do
back
it.
to the corner,
Yeah.
jump over me. So here's the goofy shit.
Okay.
Is when he clinks to a scroll, there's 7 frames of him just being invul, right?
Okay.
So what I'm doing in this situation,
Like throw invul or invul?
invul, he's untouchable.
Okay.
I'm actually doing command grab from the scroll.
Oh shit. So and that's still covered, right? It's like air tech invincibility where it carries over, or what?
Yeah, it's like part of the startup will be slightly invul.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we go ahead and hit
I'm
me with
also,
it again.
like-
I'm just gonna mash tech.
Okay. And I fucked it up. Actually, we could do this without. I can do this without having to do the other part. Because I could just do this off of 6H.
Oh, my bad.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, that's fucking nasty, dude.
Yeah. Like it's round ending.
And that's like you can get there with no meter spend too. That's fucking sick.
Yo, I ducked it. That was tight. Man, you hit me with the third strike, the old whiff jab throw.
So, I was actually trying that shit out, and I think if I combo the jab, or combo off that jab, like if I make you block,
Yeah.
stand, kick, the jab actually won't whiff. But it might be only if it's a Gatling or only if it's a combo. I don't know exactly what the rule is. I think it's just as long as it combos, it won't whiff. Which is why I've been surprised to see it whiff against you. Because I tried it against Soul. Just like training dummy Soul.
Oh, come on, what are these bursts?
Yeah, bad bursts are easily like the biggest shit that I need to work on in tournament.
Oh, I was just trying to fucking get you some goofy stuff. Alright, that was too hard of a call out. Oh, I walked into it. Oh yeah, FD.
You worked so hard for that comeback too. What was that? Oh, fuck.
Oh, that was secretly smart.
Nice.
Yes, that was a nice confirm. Did you see me wait to go to the other scroll?
I was very impressed by your patience.
That's patience. That's how we do business out here. Oh, what the f? So, that move going the wrong way is like 90% of my losses.
I believe that. Does it like move him forward a little bit when he starts it up or something?
I think it does, because like whenever I try to do it as an anti-air, it'll always seem like he walks right under them at the last second.
Yeah. So you just gotta start earlier, I guess, but even that's kind of annoying. Oh, fuck that dude. Fuck. Nice.
Thank you. Lick. Smart.
Oh, fuck. Fuck that ninja homie for moving during, like, YRC, by the way.
I love it so much.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the 99% of my wins is Ninja Homie RC.
I mean, that's like how he closes shit out, right?
Yeah. Card YRC and Ninja Homie are probably some of his best tools. Woo. Spicy.
Oh, we just hit a major lag spike real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go back to lobby real quick. I think that sometimes causes the lag shit to reset. So this gives me a good opportunity to ask some questions while I'm waiting. Like, the biggest problem I feel like I run into with Answer, I feel like his ground strings on his own, not that big a problem. Like, Card and the Ninja Homie, not that big a problem. It's when you have the scrolls out, I don't know how to contest you in neutral, right? I think I've asked you about this before, but I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing.
So on the ground, if you ever get hit by Resho, and I mean even on block or hit, just mash 5k.
Okay.
The Resho setup, I'm only going to do it if I have 50 meters so I can get a bigger combo off of it, right?
Okay.
And there's your chance to burst. Without it, Resho actually puts me in a rock paper scissors situation that versus Chip is tilted heavily in your favor, because I have to guess around what button you're gonna mash, and yours pay out higher than mine do. So you just doing 5K is gonna do way more work compared to me having to stress and be like, okay, is he gonna do 5K? Do I do 6P? Do I wait? Do I do 2K and have that get beaten by 5K? Do we accidentally clash with my 5P touching your 5K? Or do I just want to get out of dodge? Like, I'm better off just setting a scroll or throwing a card at your feet.
Okay, so you're saying mash 5K. What is your option that beats 5K? Like, are you like...
I'm not even sure. Like, I don't even think I have a consistent one in this matchup.
Okay.
It should be something like 6P, but it tends to hit just because, like, 5K for Chip just kicks him in the groin down enough. Yeah, it's fast enough and it kicks low enough that it hits the frames where it's only upper body.
Okay. And
if you ever block stomps,
yeah,
like either from counters or from the high scrolls, you can usually contest with 5P.
Okay.
If you instant block it, I think it actually is a punish for you. The low scrolls, however, those are massively plus. Like if I do dash and then stomp immediately from one of the lower ones, those you can't contest at all, pretty much. Like, I think I'm still +1 or maybe 0, but it's not a good spot to be in.
Okay, so like, what do you use? I guess on your end, what's the difference between the way you use high and low for pressure? Is it just low is better no matter what?
If you're on the ground, low is usually better. If I got you knocked down, I'll use a mix of high and low, because highs let me get goofy situations where I can dash through your body at the last second and then go low from what you expect to be is scroll dash into overhead. On the grounded ones, if I want to crank your guard, I'll put the double on the ground, which is the K set.
Okay.
That pairing lets me do stuff where it's the very predictable and not really a mix-up of something like knockdown, set K scrolls, 2S, 6H, scroll dash, scroll dash, scroll dash K, right?
Okay.
So there are gaps that you can create if you're instant blocking, or if you're FDing and you're making it so the second scroll hits a little later.
I see.
Or I'm sorry, if you FD and like make the second scroll dash hit a little later.
Sure.
You can create situations where maybe the stomp will whiff. Because if the stomp whiffs, we're back at a neutral situation, right? Where we're both just crouching and staring at each other.
Okay.
If you're forced to block the stomp, I'm in a situation where I can do 2P, 2S, and just put you back in that block string. And by that point, you have been cranked to at least 60%
Sure.
guard.
So
the other thing...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, so when you have, like, when you're just hanging there, it is unnerving as fuck to me, and because I'm trying to go for, like, I want to go for grounded anti-airs, but, like, 6P is not active long enough to catch you most of the time, and you're, like, out of range, right?
Yeah.
And...
So,
yeah.
a big thing... That's actually a big note. Whenever I fight you, you are so keen on knowing when to 6P an anti-air, as an anti-air, that I intentionally jump at you, set a P scroll, which makes it so my trajectory comes to a halt, clings, and then I get a full combo off of you.
Yeah. Yeah, delaying my 6P and delaying my anti-airs is one of the things I'm trying to work on. But I feel like the moment you start playing that game, trying to catch you with 6P, unless my reactions are on point, like, I'm probably better off contesting air to air, was my guess. Like, that's why I run around and jump D so much, is just because at the very least...
that's actually that's the smartest thing you could do in that matchup, is that when you're doing just jump around JD, I have to worry about just getting counter hit and tumbled into the corner.
Yeah.
Because if I do a jumping scroll set and you do JD and you counter hit, it's like, well, yeah, I got those pieces of paper up on the wall, but what am I going to do with them when I'm, tossed to the other side of the screen?
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay.
Like, it makes me have to stress about you maneuvering around in the air. Like, you just triple jumping means it's like, all right, I kind of have to wait for your third jump to go off before I can do anything on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. The air-to-air stuff was... Like, I couldn't tell if I was mashing JD and that was good, or if I was mashing JD and that was scrubby. It's probably both. But
it's one of those things
like
that
it could shut down your access to scrolls, like, once you have them up,
So, you're very right in that it's a double-edged saber of a wonderful idea and a terrible idea. Because if you start doing it predictably, JD, obviously, for you, is a dead end in terms of what your buttons can do in the air, right? you can only get Beta Blade or Alpha Blade in the air.
Yeah, for the most part, what I see good chip players do is just Alpha Blade if they think it's gonna get blocked.
Right. Because if it gets blocked, I get the chance to like air throw you off of it, and that sets me up.
Yeah.
So, I honestly think a good mix of JK and JD might be the right answer here.
Mm-hmm.
Because that at least gives you the opportunity to get like a JK, recognize that it hit, and then if you still have a jump available, you get a jump combo into a JD, right?
Yeah.
Or you just get a standard JK into JD and you get a knockdown off of that.
Right. But at the very least, that's lower commitment than
exactly
just raw JD.
Yeah, because if you're committing the raw JD every time, there was definitely matches there where I either got IB into air throw or I air through the startup.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, let's get some more games and I'm gonna try this stuff out. Okay.
Okay. Oh, actually, let me show you that retro situation.
Yeah.
So get hit by this.
Okay. So I was mashing 5K there.
Yeah. So in that instance, the reason I'll say this for anyone that might want to be an inspiring answer player.
Yeah.
First of all, consider what you're doing. Because some of the stuff for this character is very simple and straightforward to use. Like, all of his normals feel great, right? Like, that's really good, that's fun to press, all of his lights are fine. Resho is the biggest trap on Earth in terms of special moves. Like, you have to eyeball what you did every time to recognize, am I in a good situation against this person after this Resho hit? There's some characters you can just outright
Because it's based on
bully.
Distance or what?
Yeah, so let me give you a situation. Block.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah. Actually, let me just piece you out so you don't die from this.
Okay. Alright, block.
Okay, so... that touched, right?
Yeah.
Actually, he might be big enough that it touches them. But, there's strings that you could do where, depending what sequence you did beforehand, you're too far away to check characters.
I see.
So actually, block standing.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
And that actually was probably counter hit because you were cranked.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yep. Oop.
Yeah. That's not a situation I want to be in. Yep.
And this is even before I'm trying to, like, IB anything.
Yeah, you're not even IBing. You're just stopping me cold.
Yeah.
So if you ever block that, just mash 5K.
Okay.
It stops any opportunity for me to do fake pressure. The other thing I was mentioning about how finicky that move can be is... Let's see if I can get this... Oh yeah, this would be off of that. See?
Yeah.
There's also a thing where...
Was that just because you added one more button to the string, like the 2D?
Yeah, I added sweep.
Okay.
So not only is how many hits you did before the string dictate how far you are, you can also cancel this late enough where it completely changes how close you are. So this is one of those things where Resho seems really good early on as an answer player, because it's like, I can just do blah 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 into a -1 special, right?
Yeah.
But at -1 against a bunch of characters, that's bad real estate. You don't want to live there. It's a bad neighborhood. Like, you want to get away. Because what do you get as an answer player off of like a random string, right? You get, I hit a 5P into a far S and then I sweep me, right?
Yeah.
Whereas as a chip player, you could potentially get what? Resho into a wall setup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Against characters like Johnny or other characters that are fatter or have slower normals, just go to town. Just fucking antagonize the shit out of them with this, right? But against Chip, this is a no. Just do not do it.
Gotcha. Just and it's mostly just because I have fast enough normals to contest afterwards.
Yeah, you have like the perfect normal. You have one really good normal to just shut. Other characters, it actually becomes like a rock paper scissors situation where it's like, okay, my 2K will beat their far S, but their far S will beat my 5P, that kind of thing. Chip is just like, set it and forget it. Press 5K and win every situation.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Not a problem. Oh, this is never real, by the way. You can always mash a button there.
Okay.
If I set a card and you blocked, yeah, 5K or 2S is probably like your best bet. So
Okay.
that's punish.
Okay.
Alright. So in that instance, I kept a little more blocks then. Yeah.
Still,
But
if I can
cannot
get
press
you
a
to
button.
consistently block 2S after this, I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy.
Yeah. Actually, let's see. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, that's me trying to press a button. Like, it actually stops me from pressing a button altogether.
Okay. Yo,
That's a good
Dreaded
check.
Ruffian, thank you for the host. Appreciate it, man.
Oh, this is what I was talking about, that
Yeah.
scroll. So, check this out. Low scroll? That's how much block stun it has, right? Actually
Yeah.
get hit. This is a better illustration
Okay.
of it. You saw that? Did
Yeah.
combo. That's how much advantage is in the
Yeah,
difference.
you just got a combo off that. Like, that's
Yeah.
just a jump.
Yeah. It's basically a jump in. That's a really good way to describe it.
And, like, a hella deep jump in, too. There's, like, not much pushback. Like, that's real good.
Yeah. So that's why the low scrolls are better. Oh, block mid-screen real quick, and I'll illustrate that one thing I was talking about so
Okay.
you can get a visual of it. So this is very generic situation. Try FDing in that sequence.
Oop.
Or that can happen, that's fine.
Alright, let me get some meter first.
Alright. I'll set up a fresh one.
Oh.
Okay. So you see how it pushed you around a little differently?
Yeah. So that changes your options, huh?
Exactly, yeah. I kind of have to watch what you're doing. If you instant block the first one, you can do blitz right there, which makes me have to second guess.
Okay.
Yeah. You see how you had enough time to like...
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much whenever you get into those cross-up scroll situations. Yeah.
Yeah, even just FDing pushes you far back enough that I'm less scared, which is nice.
Yeah, it puts you in a better situation where you're at a dodge.
Got it. Okay.
Like, you don't have to worry about the rest
I
of
think
it.
that's one of the challenges that I had dealing with scrolls is like when I look at it, it doesn't look to me like something that would be heavily affected by FD, right? Like normally I'll FD if I'm worried about like Zato or Kai, right? Or like or Elfelt getting too close. But this like I didn't get the feeling that I could actually do anything about it through FDing, but that makes a lot of sense. Can I like FD jump out of some of that? Or will I just get hit?
Try it. Usually you'll probably get hit, but let's try it.
Alright, let me get some meter real quick.
You're probably better off instant block jumping. Whoops. Just do it from this.
Oop. Yeah, I got hit out of jump start up there.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
you're right. I think I have to ID that.
So your best bets, if you're IBing, would probably be to blitz, DP, or if you're feeling feisty, whatever your jab is that's insanely fast.
Sure.
I can't remember if it's standing or crouching. Yeah. So let's do that. Yeah, so I have to do bullshit like that if I think you're gonna mash after you IB.
Okay.
The other thing.
So what I'm
thing that I
learning
can
from this
change
is
up
I
is
should
if
just
I
be
know-
mashing 5K and 5P like all the time
Yeah.
against 2.
So the other thing is the answer that I have to that is doing this.
Got it.
Yeah. So that means I left myself an advantage. Like I could have hit you for mashing right there.
Sure. Yeah.
Watch.
Oop.
Oh, I accidentally clinged to it.
Got
Yeah,
it.
and that's a 2S. That's how much advantage I have.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, so now that you've taught me the Yomi layer 2 of mashing 5P, now you can get all your sweet counter hit combos,
Yeah.
right?
So the third layer of that is this thing, which you've probably seen me do to people. Like, this is not only a throw setup,
Yeah.
but it's used to be blitz, it's used to be some mash.
Right.
But for the throw setup for the uninitiated, it's this. Yeah. Or if I'm feeling super frisky.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
Yeah. There you go.
Tight. Alright, I'm gonna return to lobby real quick. Yeah, Idonis. The command grab is the second setup. Cool. Alright, let's get some more rounds in, and then I'll open it up for lobbies in like 20-30 minutes. Thanks for explaining all that, man.
Yeah. See,
And
the thing is that
chat,
this character,
like, yeah.
this character, the more you know about him, the more stupid things I get to do. So
you are generous with your knowledge.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Bears making like anti-chip tech videos and putting them on YouTube, so that whenever he beats anyone, he can be like, "Hey, you should just watch the YouTube videos." Like,
why didn't you watch my YouTube videos?
I'm showing everyone how to beat this character.
Get him, Ninja!
Ninja,
Yes!
homie, fuck you!
I'm ready!
Oh.
I want you to realize how much that cranked. That did 50% for 2 hits.
Yup. Yeah, I like the way you strategize around risk. It's something I've been trying to use more of. Once I realized that, like, if I play for block pressure and open people up, it's like a nice surprise. But like, my mix-ups aren't nice enough to open people up on the regular, so being able to actually take advantage of guard meter to get shit seems like a thing that I should be doing. It's not an aspect of the game that I was playing around before.
So Answer kind of forces me to have to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because my biggest issue I had early on with the character is exactly how you said. Like, if you're not confident in opening people up, you open yourself up to risks.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to start doing, like, grounded dust or some goofy run-up throw setup, right? But if I get you worried about a blinking bar and you just try to fidget out, I just have to read how you fidget it out and then I just kill you.
Yeah. And especially if they don't know the matchup that well, like, you know where people are going to mash better than they do, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, people will try to mash off the low stomp, right? It's like, I mean, I just illustrated. You don't do that.
Oh. Woo. Well, that felt cool anyway.
Oh, I thought I could. Oh no. Didn't counter fast enough.
Hey! A series of happy accidents there. Cool. Fuck.
See what I mean? Also, that's something else I've incorporated. I don't think you've seen that before. Dropping from scrolls and doing dust.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, because that puts you in a decent amount of block stun.
And it looks like you're, like, whiffing, like, a smash, like, neutral aerial or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a big-ass button you get to drop straight down.
Yeah, Answer's Nair is pretty good. Oh, actually, you want to see something funny?
Yeah.
I landed this combo on somebody the other day. Just block so I can crank your guard.
Alright.
Alright, just jump and don't block at this point.
Yo,
I got that on an alpha the other day and I'm like, yo, I'm playing Smash.
Answer a ninja and he got dust loops? Damn.
I screwed that up. I was trying to show off the new combo I got. Yo, T-pose. Assert dominance. Alright, let's go.
Ooh, nice.
That was a good IB, because otherwise I was going to get mad plus frames on that.
Not today, Ninja Man.
I'm trying to tech chase. Oh, nice DI.
Oh! Yeah, you get him with those messy guessies, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, as easy as it is to make fun of Smash lingo, footsies is definitely one of those things that if we didn't come up with it, we would have made fun of them for calling it footsies.
Yeah. You just call them babies for it. Anytime it's like, yo, footsies. It's like, put some Gerber baby stuff with that? Like, come on.
Oh.
I screwed it up again. Come on.
Hey,
The combo doesn't even...
the drop kick comes through.
The homie. That command grab combo doesn't even do that much more than the standard one, but it really sends a message that you just set up 4 scrolls.
Oh, fuck. Nice.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were gonna burst terribly.
That's a solid read, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah!
That was
Batman!
Nice.
That was interesting. You pushed me into it.
Into what? The scroll?
Yeah, check this out. I've never seen that before. Just keep running at me.
Okay.
Yeah, you pushed me into it.
Oh, nice. Fuck.
Yeah, plus frames.
God damn.
What?
Gamma trade, baby.
I think the part that got me is that the Gamma Blade, like, tracked me into the air.
No! Okay. His backdash seems really useful.
So his backdash
it feels
is
like a backdash you can kind of shimmy with.
It's kind of like Sins in that way, just like shorter distance.
Wow.
Okay, so that string there where I do this, that's 0, right? Unless you IB it.
Yeah.
Mash.
That's
That'll
good.
catch. Yeah. And then the other setup is this.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So this is one of those situations where it's like, do I want to press a button here? Also, look at the amount of wrist this cranks. The other thing is, get hit by this. You never want to take. counter hit 6-8.
Okay, yeah, I mean, even without the risk, that's
Yeah.
like a lot of damage and you didn't have to spend any meters.
Yeah, it's corner to corner, like 200 damage for 0 meter spent.
Good shit. He's so fucking goofy, oh my god.
Gotta call the homies out for the meeting. Oh, I didn't FD! I had the baits! We have the meats!
That was pretty sick. Except for the part that made it work, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
it. Oh no, my hubris was my undoing!
Woo, baby!
Wow, big bets, big bets.
I played some ST over the weekend, you know how
Yeah.
it goes.
It would be like that sometimes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So the jump
yeah,
K.
the JK is starting to do some work. Oh, fuck. Nice.
The old patience.
I remember, I forget which match you were playing on stream at Frosty's, but I saw someone says someone was like, "Yo, who's that answer player?" And I think Bears and I were like, "Oh, you know, that's Sanchez, like long time fucking SoCal Street Fighter player, whatever." And someone's like, "So what are you supposed to do against that thing he's doing?" And right when they asked that, the person you're playing blitzed, and we were both just like, "You don't blitz against a third strike player, like
You
that's
don't?
great. You can try, but it's just that there are levels to this game that you don't know." Oh, fuck that. Oh god.
Screwed up the input. I wanted to get 2K into the homie.
So chat's asking who you played before answer. I remember you using Kuman Elfeld.
Yeah, that's right.
Who'd you play in
Played
like
Elfeld and
Plus R?
Swine. Oh, I played Slayer.
You know,
I really don't like this version of Slayer.
Yeah.
Because the thing that I loved about Slayer and Plus R, he just hit buttons, like, and they were all satisfying. Yeah, like you just hit 5K, you could link it 5 times into itself. It's like, yeah, he's really unique because he's like almost a link-based character.
I feel like I would see you playing someone a little sneakier, but maybe Plus R Slayer is different enough. Like this version of Slayer just feels like basically a worse version of XX Slayer. What was he like in Plus R?
He's, for the lack of a better term, a little more footsie based and confirm based. So the biggest reason I wanted to play him is that you could just hit one button and be like, okay, I check all my options here, and I just go to town, right? He also had bigger payouts on a lot of things.
Okay.
So in plus R, JH, if you ever got counter hit, and you like hit him with something that didn't knock him down,
Yeah.
he got the tech in the air and then full combo you because it ground bounced.
Okay. Yeah, I remember getting blown up by his like ID, JH, and JD and XX.
Yeah. Yeah, like some of the properties he lost on moves is a little painful. Wow.
That was sick.
Man, if you actually timed that right, would have countered it.
My bad. I'll try and be better so you can look better.
Thank you for being thoughtful.
I just live on that RNG layer, man. Like, if I go for a DP every time, but I can only get half my reversal DPs successfully, then you don't know when I'm gonna get it, and I don't know when I'm gonna get it. Cool.
Oh, I missed the JD. That was gonna be juicy. There you go. That was IB too. That was impossible for me to do anything.
Oh no!
Gotta be ready for it.
There we go. Nice. Good shit. Oh fuck.
Oh, I did it too high.
Nice.
Not today, Satan.
Yep. What up, Dynamite Dan Cast? Glad you could come through. Thank you for joining us. Oh, good shit. Yep. Mm. 6H going over lows makes me real mad.
I love it.
Nice.
The fake homie summon.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, did we ever show you this?
What's up?
So the card's out, right?
Yeah. Huh.
Because he can, the summon is tied to which button's out.
Oh.
Yeah. So I can do some garbage like this. If the card's on top of you, like that'll never trigger it, so you just get gripped.
Wow. That's
Yeah. So I do this versus
that
Potemkin
is
players a lot because they'll try
fuck,
to.
dude. Good shit.
So Potemkin players will try to flick the homie.
Mhm.
I'll just do that, right? And then it's just like, whoop. There we go.
Yo, that's nasty, man.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that was a good solid hour. Thank you so much for the tutorial. I'm gonna open up the lobby, but you should come through and we should get more games in.
Hell yeah.
And you can stay on chat, whatever, if you want to continue shooting the shit. But I appreciate
Yeah, that's the best part of it.
Yeah. Stream chat, thanks for your patience. I hope y'all learned something. I know there's some of y'all trying to play answer. So, hey, Templar, when you tell Sanchez to show you the snake, you might want to just be a little bit more specific about what you're talking about. Alright, we in there. So, the room is called West Coast. Y'all come in here and get some games. So Dynamite Dancast is asking about the new player block. Basically, whenever people come through here, and I've got the lobby open, so I usually keep the lobby open. I open the lobby at 9:30. And if you come through, like, there's going to be some like stronger players in lobby and some weaker players in lobby, but if you ask in chat, there will always be newer players who are trying to play with you. So you should come through and get some games in. You can play against good people, against experienced players, noobs, whatever. It's good to play the range. Sanchez, thanks again for sharing the stuff. Like, I know this is going to help people who want to learn how to play Answer and want to learn how to play against Answer. And you get to show off your shit, so I'm happy. Thanks again.
Thank you. And the more people know how to fight it, the stupider things I can do.
You know, it doesn't surprise me at all that is your motivation. That is exactly how I think of you as a player.
See, like, there was a discussion once where we had somebody come over to Paul's house, and they were fairly new in terms of when they started playing fighting games, right?
Yeah.
Like, older generation, or I would say newer generation compared to, like, the older guard, which, let's say, pre-2009.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how they want to play BlazBlue in such a way where the opponent just never has an option, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they're just horribly oppressed the entire time. And I thought about that for a while, and I was like, you know what? That is never how I want to play fighting games.
Yep.
Like, having someone not able to fight back, as enjoyable as it seems for a little bit, is boring. Like, you just have this sort of tyranny on Wake Up that doesn't really allow for any kind of counter.
That's actually why I stopped playing Dragon Ball. Like, after a month of that, I was like, this is just going to be Marvel 3 again, and I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, there's levels to it, but it obviously is like your mileage is going to vary on how much you're willing to tolerate crap like that. So I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be the guy that takes away all your options. I want to be the guy where I give you the 5 doors that you get to choose how to get out, and I'm behind every door whenever you try to guess. That's way more fun for me. It's like, what's behind door number 3? An ass kicking. That's what happens.
Yup. And, like, it shows because whenever I see you beat someone in anything, or, like, I remember the first time I played you in CVS2, because, like, we had played a couple different games at that point, but they were all games that I was not that, like, confident in. And when I played you in CVS2, I was like, oh, that's the type of dude Sanchez is. Like, you're gonna get hit by stuff you never thought you've never seen before, not because you didn't know it existed, because you didn't know the kind of training that goes into making someone get hit by that.
Yeah. You were actually the first person I've ever stunned with Geese's low counter. That was one of those things I think we were playing at that point for like an hour. And I had like a good run going in with Geese, right? Like, I got a couple hits in on your Kyo. I had like 1 J Aiken in there. And you finally got a wake up DP, and I'm like, man, Pat's gonna run up and do 2K into down light kick into down strong, right? Yeah. I countered the down light kick, stunned you with the predictable, and I was just like, oh yeah, that's the only counter that does stun damage. Let me just drop the combo, because I just stared at it and awe.
Yeah. Geese, definitely your kind of character, and like not in the way that I think most people play Geese. Fuck. I remember after playing you in that set thinking like this man plays fighting games because he wants you to know something.
Oh yeah.
About him and about yourself, and it was like, especially coming from NorCal CVS2, right? Where it's like, it was basically who is waiting in line to lose to either John or Ricky or one of the other folks that played like kind of just like worse versions of John and Ricky.
Yeah.
That I remember thinking, this is the one time that I've seen someone play with a kind of feeling in their heart that wasn't just about winning or being like technically excellent, right? Playing optimally, playing with good footsies, winning with low risks. It was like, there's a special kind of jackass in here, and it is an asset, not a liability. I remember that opening my head a little bit.
There's something to be said for being stupid at the smart times.
I like that. Who do you like? Where do you play these days? Do you make it out to Super?
I go to Super every now and then. Like if Sammy gives me a ride, I'm really lazy about driving most of the time. As someone that takes the 405 in both directions every day, like
yeah,
the weekend comes and I'm like, oh man, you know what's sick? Not having to drive.
So is most of your play like net play then, or do you manage to get some in-person games every now and then?
It's mostly net play. Like I think the last time I played somebody that wasn't online like was Super maybe a month ago, where Kizzy showed up and we just played until they closed up. Yeah, these days I'm basically a net play warrior.
No, it's not so bad.
Yeah, I mean when the net play's not shitty, you get good practice.
Yeah. And like, I think there's a lot that people can do to make net play better, like better practice for themselves. I think if they're just grinding like lobby matches endlessly, yeah, you're gonna get your ups and downs. But like if you're smart about it, I think there's a lot that you can do in net play.
The sort of structured play dates idea that a lot of people complain about in, you know, exert lobbies, I actually feel ends up being a net positive.
Oh, I think it's
because like I think it sucks in that the lobby system that they created is this huge like fake arcade that didn't work out of the box for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They never quite fixed in time. Like that sucks that they never got that to go, but it created this environment where people were like, hey, you're down to play. I'd love to play Ascend today, or I want to fight Amelia, or whatever, right? So there's actually a bit more structure as opposed to the sort of Wild West situations that you get with just gigantic.
And even like what you're saying, where you can find someone and be like, oh sweet, that's exactly what I wanted to play against, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't get that in matchmaking, you know? And if you do, it doesn't stick around for very long. And so everyone always just kind of hates each other all the time. Like, I love these lobbies. I think they're fucking fantastic.
Oh, they're a treasure. Let me share with you an analogy now that I've established that I drive a nightmare world in both directions each day, right? Net play is driving. Because you're surrounded by people that, as far as you're concerned, they're all idiots. That wake-up DP with no meter to make it safe, that's the guy merging into you without a blinker.
Yeah. And you kind of got to assume that people are dumb until they prove themselves to be smart.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to play it safe the entire time. Like, this is kind of silly because it's very answer-centric for me, but it's true for a lot of characters. Whenever I knock somebody down now, and they have 25 meter, I'm like, alright, they can blitz me here. That's me looking at my rearview mirror for like a split second and be like, alright, there's a dumbass over there eating a corn on the cob in like an 18-wheeler, right? I have to be safe. But it's mostly the idea that everyone on the road is also a gigantic idiot.
Yep. It's one of the things I realized, like, I think it was when, so Street Fighter V was like really one of the first Street Fighters to have like a ranking system that people actually like paid attention to, right? Because like online rankings in Street Fighter 4 were just kind of garbo, and like your ability to grind online Street Fighter 4 was just not as good as 5 in terms of like availability and matchmaking and shit like that. And I remember thinking, oh, like ranked play incentivizes different things than tournament wins do. And if you play to optimize for rank, you're gonna do a lot of shit that you don't want to do if you're playing in tournament because it's too risky. And some of the, like, I will give Street Fighter V shit for all kinds of reasons, but I actually think that some of the problem with Street Fighter V is that people learned how to play Street Fighter V ranked and took that into a tournament, and people didn't adapt to that, basically.
Yeah, you're not going to get a payout out of that style.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of goofy stuff that you get away with in 5, especially before they had all the improved, input delay, where it's like, hey, you're fighting an Alex online and he just did meaty 5, or what is it, 6 heavy, like whatever lariat over and over again, right? And suddenly does dash up power bomb. It's like, it's practically unreactable. But you try to do that kind of garbage offline, it's like, yeah, guess what? The guy jabbed you as you tried to come in.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna pay out.
And it's funny because, like, I would expect the variance caused by lag to be bigger and guiltier than it is in Street Fighter, or in Street Fighter 5, but I actually don't think it is. I think that there's some shit which is like very reactable in person and like less reactable online, right? Like some dust setup, some ambiguous high-lows, some like chipped leaf throw. Those are all things that just get dramatically more effective when you're playing with input delay, right? But for the most part, like a lot of the neutral stuff is not so dissimilar. Like there aren't as many things that are changed by hitting the reactability threshold, basically. Yo, Proximius, thanks for starting up the second lobby. I appreciate it. Y'all newer players trying to get some games in, go to Noob Palooza.
Because the other thing to consider with Gear is you already have so many situations that are goofed up. Like, let's just give Milia for the sake of example, right? You can honestly be put into situations where you have to preemptively guess a sequence.
Yeah.
Like, how many 2Ks in the 6K is this going to be? How many 2Ks in the run-up throw is this going to be? Is this going to be cross-up Bad Moon? Or, like, Turbo Fall and some other dumb shit? Like, even without the lag, you're probably not going to block that 100% of the time, right?
Yeah.
What it does teach you, however, is to make a prediction. Like, honestly, a big part of reactions end up being anticipation.
Yeah. It's like
also, couldn't you have done
scale,
DPRC
right?
in the air super?
What's up? What'd you say about RCing a super?
Well, you hit the air combo into DP.
Oh yeah.
Could you have RC'd that into super?
The DP probably.
Yeah.
You're saying like after air DP do knife?
Yeah, the knife super.
Yeah. I think that'd work.
I want to see you do it because the biggest thing I have in fighting games now is I need to see people get executed. Like if the resources are available, like they need to be guillotined and just thrown in a dumpster.
Woo! That was bad.
I should probably watch from the in-game one instead of the stream one.
Yo, Pomegranate Man, Gang Gang Sile, Dynamite Dreamcast, Razorhoof 78, and Bogley, thank you for the follows. I'm a little behind on shit because I'm talking with the homie Sanchez. But welcome to the crew. We got a whole bunch of people learning how to play Guilty Gear here, and it's awesome. We got one of North America's preeminent answer players on the call. Flick, you didn't pick up Guilty Gear when it was on sale? Come on.
Now you gotta wait another month.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I was thinking about getting like a second copy just so I could host another lobby off my laptop or something. Whatever,
that'd be pretty tight.
Yeah, right? It's like $15 or something. Oh, nice.
Hey, you can't cancel in the Gamma Blade, right?
No.
Okay.
Woo! That was sneaky. Oh.
That one's plus.
Damn it.
So the one thing I've kind of learned about Jam,
I
which
was
just starts doing
I was
runs
holding
into
on to my
puffballs.
meter trying to get that combo for you. But yeah, what's up?
If you block puffballs, especially as Chip, it's probably a better idea just to get the hell out of dodge.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of them's plus. I can't remember if it's the blue or the purple one. Actually, they both might be. Let me see. Thank you, Kiwi. Yeah, so purple is +4, blue's +1. Basically, don't do anything. Or just get out.
Ooh, nice. Alright, I'll pretend that was a bait. Oh. And again. Oh, lucky.
Do you have to change your combos
think...
up for light characters?
What's up? What was that?
Do you have to change the sort of sequences that you do in combos for light characters?
Some of them, but it's usually not the grounded stuff as far as I know. It's like, if I want to make sure I'm getting knockdowns off of Air JD, right? Like, let's say I do Gamma Blade, and then I do like a low launcher into like, you know, one jump cancel or IAD cancel. If I want to like optimize the knockdown off of that, then I'll have to change stuff based on weight. But for the grounded stuff, I don't think there's any big differences.
Okay. Yeah, because they're a nightmare for Answer to juggle properly.
Woo!
Nice AA.
Oh my god.
Do 6P at the start of the round.
Okay. Almost.
There you go. No, that illustrated the point I wanted to make.
Yeah.
Your 6P being ridiculous makes this matchup that much better for you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because the two main buttons you're going to see are far S, and that's going to get whiff canceled in the far H. 6P is going to catch both those buttons.
You saying just at round start, or I should be using it in neutral?
It's in neutral, in neutral. Like,
okay.
Wherever you want to press 2S in this matchup, press 6P.
Okay. Thanks. Because I get worked in this matchup.
Yeah. Hi, newbie. This is MechaMacGyver. I was the answer earlier on the ye old streams. I was wondering what would happen if you Gamma Blade there. Nice.
Woo! Yeah, Leo is like the one of my most taxing and frustrating matchups because I can't play the way I want to play. But learning like, oh, I should be using 6P more at 2S range, like that's exactly the kind of stuff I need. Yo,
Yeah,
what up, Show Rose? What up, STL Lotus? Thanks for the follows. Welcome to the club.
The one thing to learn there is that's going to force them to press sweep and 2S more.
Okay.
And those you can check with your 2S.
Okay.
Actually, if Chip 6P is anything like Answers or any of the other good ones, it'll probably hit his sweep too. since he kind of does the Iori dropkick where he jumps up a little bit.
Yeah. It doesn't
So
even.
that
It doesn't even look like a fucking drop kick to me. It looks like it's supposed to be an overhead. I think because my drop kick is an overhead, and so it fucks me up every single time.
Oh, the other thing I was going to say about that matchup is wherever you think it's a good idea to do some sort of jump-in mix-up, just stop.
Yeah.
Go get help. Unless you've crafted like a safe jump, just assume they're going to flash kick.
Yeah. I've been trying to do that.
Yeah.
I always want to go for one just to keep him honest, and then I'm like, nah. And then I get hit and I feel bad.
Oh, if you want to be like super smart flex, jump in and just FD on the way down.
Yeah. I have been having the most luck baiting flash kicks with just teleport, like P teleport. But it only works so often, you know. And it feels so bad to have to give up jump, like meaty jump hard slash and stuff like that. Yeah, so Dr. Boctopus, I did actually read that one stupid long anti-Leo guide, and like it's useful mostly for surviving damage more often, but it doesn't help me not get counter hit by fucking 5H in neutral. That just happens to me all the time, and I fucking die.
Oh, so Showrose, using FD in the air actually won't really halt your air momentum that much. It'll stop your momentum on the ground instantly, though. So if you're running, you can come to like a complete halt if you like crouch and FD immediately.
Oh, I think so. It sounds. I think he's talking about some of the basic.
Oh, I'm sorry, the chip stuff, like where you try to
yeah.
like use FD to like alter your drop angle.
Yep.
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah,
Actually,
so,
Dr. Boctopus, do you have that stupidly long Leo guide? I'm kind of curious how much of the ideas line up with what I know.
yeah, so for chip, what you're doing is I jump up and I press, 1? And then I kind of piano on kick and slash. And what that does, and you hold the kick, and so what you do is you get the beginning of your air 2K, the dive kick.
Yeah.
And then you cancel it into FD, because that move is FD cancelable.
Oh, so you're just doing like a Kara into FD.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you can watch my hands right here, it's just like this. Now, if you're new to the game, like, it might take a while to learn. It's something you have to practice, and like, it's definitely very useful for chip, but you do it when you learn how to do it when you want to. This is some of the stuff that it's useful for. Just like being able to play kind of air footsies.
But I also feel like one of those techniques, like having that sort of mix-up, probably is the learning how to drift while you're still learning how to use stick shift.
Yeah, right? Like,
yeah.
It's... A lot of power is unlocked for chip when you can do it, but it's mostly in terms of some kind of extra air neutral options and some like really convenient knockdown options. So it's good, but it's not like you can't... It's not like it's the first thing you need to learn on this character, right? There is a lot of stuff that you have to learn. Same with jump installs. Like, jump installs are super useful. They add a lot to your ability to move. It means you're less you get combo extensions, but you also get less committal teleports, because they can do shit like this, right? Teleport, air dash back. Teleport, air dash back. It's harder to catch him in the air when he's doing this kind of shit than if you're just doing raw teleport and you commit to the attack, right? But it's not the most important thing. Like, it takes a while to get the hang of, and even once you can do it, it takes a while to learn how and when to do it. So, like, you'll get it eventually if you practice, but that's all it is. It's just practice. And you do that when you're ready.
Oh, Graffiti Bandit asking about setting up balls with Venom. So answer is very similar to Venom, except he's the ball.
Yo, I like that.
Yeah, that was actually Combo Fiend's explanation when I was describing the character to him, like we were playing at Super one day.
Good shit.
And I was like, he's very Venom-esque, where like you set up positions where you want to go and you do all this stuff, and he's like, oh, so he's the ball. I was like, yes, it's very good. The one advice I would give you is the way you could treat it with Venom is setting a ball creates a situation where they have to answer to your action, right? So you could do something very simple where you get the ball set that puts it right in front of you where you could just tap it with punch, and now you have a slow-moving projectile on the screen. If you know they're going to jump over it, then just setting the ball, waiting, and doing something like 6P, that'll counter their answer to your situation, right? Like, they've jumped in, your 6P's the god, they are now floored, and you get to set up as many balls as you can before they get back up. The other situation would be finding hits that you know for sure you have the frame advantage to cancel into. So obviously something like sweep because you get a knockdown. But there's also situations where you could do something like far S 2S and then just set the ball on hit. Or if you have the meter, you could do like far S, set ball, and immediately YRC to stay safe.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so for jump installs, like, they're for the better.
Oh, why'd you cut it? Did you mash? Because I wanted to see if he did the taunt or the wind post where he falls on his ass.
When it comes to chips B&Bs, like, yes, jump installs are useful, but you can do versions without without jump installs. They're just a little bit less good. So you'll do them. Oh fuck me! You'll do them when you feel like, god damn. Oh,
you're dead.
God.
Aw. Alright, come back to the sentence. Never mind. I didn't even get to finish the sentence.
Sorry. I was Mo Shinderu. Yeah. Showrose, like, if you can't do the good version of the thing, then do a less good version of the thing until you get around to learning how to do the good version of the thing. Like, this game is not something that you perfect your execution and then you get to play the game. Your execution and your ability to get, like, really good confirms and go off a lot of different combo routes, that's stuff that grows over time. And so if you're not, if you feel like that you're frustrated or you feel like you're holding yourself back because you don't know how to do the good shit, don't worry about it. Do the less good shit until you're ready to do the good shit, right? You practice it when you feel ready.
The other idea I would add to that is think about what the result is from the good shit, right? Like, if the result is a knockdown, and that's what you want to play off of, if you could do the slightly less good shit, but you still end up in a knockdown, you're basically where you want to be. And you'll eventually get to the spot where you get the damage later on when your execution catches up, right?
Yeah, that's a really
like a lot
good
of
point.
stuff for answers like that. Like all the scroll stuff, I couldn't do a lot of that stuff early on. But it came to the point where I was like, alright, I am now comfortable enough that I can get like half your life bar off a single scroll. Whereas before my goal was, let me knock you down so I can put garbage on the screen.
Yeah, I also,
that's the end
like,
goal.
when I was starting to learn, or I won't say starting to learn, but like my first, I would say my first maybe year and a half of like consistent chip play in Rev 1 and Rev 2, I was just focused on getting the knockdown. Because I was too lazy and I wasn't putting enough time in to go for to practice the optimal shit. Oh my god, that combo.
Oh no.
And so I just played with suboptimal combos and focused on getting the knockdown, and I had to win more, right? Like, I had to win more knockdown setups. I had to land more hits than if my combos are good, were better. But that just meant that I had to focus on finding more ways to open people up, right? And then when I felt it holding me back, I was like, shit, my combos suck. And Bears would yell at me a lot saying, dude, your combos suck. Then I look at him and be like, okay, now it feels like it's working. Yeah, especially if you're playing chip, like you can get off a lot. You can get a lot out of just basic, like light or punch or kick into close slash into 2D, and then go for mix-ups off that, just as a starting point. And then when you get a little bit more advanced, then you start adding the core circle forward slash after the 2D, and you can start jump installing combos from there. Or you'll get like longer strings that don't knock down. Or maybe the knockdown is off like 5H, IAD, JD, right? But you do that stuff when you're ready. Like I don't consistently get the 5H into JD yet, and I know I should be doing it more. And I worked on it a little bit, and it's one of those things that I'm planning on coming back to, right?
Oh, I was hoping that dust would hit.
Woo! God, I hate that. God, I hate Leo.
Dude, Leo's just like a bear. He's more afraid of you than you are of him.
You say that, and then I get touched by a bear into 80%.
Yeah, well, it's just like a bear. If it smacks you, you're gonna die. But he's still afraid of you. It's just a bear that can kill you.
Nah, Lotus, that's cool. You're doing good work, and I need matchup practice because there's a Leo who's beaten me a couple times in our locals, and I need to fucking not lose to him.
This Leo guide is ridiculous.
Yeah. It goes in real deep. And you know what frustrates me about that? Is because I know for a fact that anti-Leo guide that Leo players will never read in their life has more words than a Leo player has ever read in his entire life.
Dude, whenever I see Steve play Leo and I force him to go to like Berserker Slash to try to get in and I throw it, I just feel like a genius because it's like, I knew you were going to chase the shiny red ball.
For show, Rose.
Oh wait, Graffiti Bandit is Dominique, right?
Yeah.
Or Dominic?
Yeah.
Okay. Already watching a couple things. So, well, this looks bad. FDing here would get you out of trouble because Leo's strings would eventually push himself out. Obviously, on back turn, block low into the overhead's coming. Ugh. So, the one thing I noticed is if you get them to block Venom 6H, that's an opportunity to put a ball down. Because you can cancel 6H into a ball set, and if you think people are going to start disrespecting that, you can do 6H Stinger Aim, or 6H whatever the hell else. What is it? QV, I think it's called in this game? The attack ball set.
I have no idea what his moves are called. But I'm glad that you're helping him find ways to pull balls out in block pressure, because I've been telling him for a minute that he's not using balls enough in pressure. He's using them as zoning tools, but not as like turn extension tools.
See what I mean about that 2H?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could counter it. I didn't do it fast enough. Okay, so Leo's one of the characters that I can do reshos and just mash 4P or 5P at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it.
Woo! Oh. You think you're so smart, Sanchez. You think you're so smart. Woo! Oh my god. Oh,
yeah,
that was like
combo
the
the
longest
throw.
stagger. Holy shit. I guess You are smarter than the average bear, Sanchez.
I've also fought a lot of Leo.
Yeah?
I really enjoy the mortal counter confirm a 5H jump throw.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing. Oh. Nice.
Couldn't you have killed me there with air super?
Probably, yeah. I have not even started practicing air super off IED confirms though.
Oh, hold on. I know how to fix this. There we go.
Fucking cross-up protection on that setup means that whenever I try and do some shit, like, I either try to IB stuff or dead angle, it just gets fucking swallowed.
Yeah. And I can do it to where, there's no cross-up protection.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You owe all your head assery to Steve? You know, shout out to Tasty Steve. Fuck you. Fuck you so much.
That was good. That was the worst burst possible. That's how I knew you were gonna do it.
Someday you're gonna be watching me on stream and I'm gonna lose and my burst is gonna get baited and you'll be like, huh, well at least that was only the second worst burst time possible.
Yeah.
And you'll feel like a little proud of me.
Oh. Nice. Oh, you could have killed me.
Yeah.
I threw that away. I wanted to get something really stupid on you.
Yeah. I respect you for going for the real stupid when there's like 6 people in line.
Dude, look. That means 6 people are watching.
I know, Sanchez. I know.
Yeah. Do you think like Evel Knievel ever walked up to like a stunt and been like, you know what, maybe 20 cards is too many in front of these thousands of people. Maybe they'll be impressed by 5. No, Evel Knievel never backed down, and sometimes he got broken bones, but he's a national hero. See, Adonis knows what's up. You play the crowd.
Graffiti Bandit helpfully points out that you got an audience right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. I wasn't even accounting for the millions and billions of Answer fans.
Oh, nice. Look, there's one thing I'm gonna do in 2019. It's occasionally backdash away from Milia shit.
Some of them you can jump out of. Learning the eyeball, which setups are real and which ones aren't, is really important.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying even just like the double roll. I get hit by that shit all the fucking time.
Just throw it. Gamma footsies.
It's just like having ST Ryu's Fireball, you know? It's the same thing.
Sure. Can somebody go make the Rainbow Edition where ST Ryu Fireball freezes you in place? On trade?
I mean, to be honest, if you could give me a real ST Ryu Fireball instead of Gamma Blade, you know I would take that.
Alright, look, we'll give you that, but can Answer get the homies to work like Gamma Blade, where they freeze you in place?
He just pops up and he holds them down.
Yeah, like, you get, like, instead of, like, him slashing you, it's just, like, he holds the sword to your neck,
yeah.
and then the real Answer can roll up.
It's like the what was it, the Goku Black Zamasu beam?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
the homie comes out just like, yo, no, you chill for a sec.
the Answer homie's just like, hey, yo, grab his burst!
Yo, this guy's eating bursts! Cotton, you're right, I totally agree. That should be a full screen command grab. Yeah, actually give him a command grab off the homie. Oh, is the Milia blocker still up?
I don't know. But I remember seeing it like a year or two ago, so probably.
Let me go check. Oh, it's still up. It needs Adobe Flash. Oh no. All right, so this is Accent Core, but the concept still kind of applies here.
Yeah.
So I will forewarn you, this does require Flash. So use this at your own peril.
How much do you really want to defend against Milia?
Yeah, like do you wanna block Milia well enough that you're willing to compromise your browser security?
You're like, well, I learned how to block Milia, and also I got an identity theft problem.
Dude, you know what destroys me at work? Like working in IT is whenever some like company that I know for sure the government uses for like their financing or their bookkeeping is like, yeah, we need you to install Java on this thing, and I'm like, no. Why? Please say psych.
Fuck. How do you get so good at blocking Milia? I sold my data to block.
I got an Albanian virus that told me to react to the overhead.
It's ransomware that just says it's reactable, and that's
it's reactable. I just have a billion pop-ups that say get good.
Like we'll send you the code when you make it out of pools. So Newbie asked a question earlier about whether Milia's high-lows are reactable or not. The answer is that some of her shit is reactable, some of that shit you have to guess, and some of that shit you can basically use the timing of the two attacks to block both options because they come at different speeds. And learning what is I don't have that much Milia experience. So I will gladly defer to anyone who does, but that's part of just learning gear, is like dealing with that shit. And it's a good question to ask. Like, you should always be acting yourself when you're getting hit by something. Like, is this something that I should be blocking on reaction? Is this something that I need to make a read and anticipate my block? Or is there a trick to get out of there? Because in Guilty Gear, usually at least two of those things will work.
Yeah, or can you use some sort of system mechanic to make it less stressful, like FD or Blitz or
right, yeah,
or Burst in like a worst case scenario. The other thing to consider is Milia. Like, let's give the very generic situation: sweep, and there's a disc on top of you, right? For the most part, a lot of characters have to hold the mix-up afterwards. Obviously, the low is going to be faster than the overheads, which are either Dust or 6K. But the biggest issue I have with a lot of people when they see Milia for the first time is they don't realize just how wide her mix-up game can be, right? Like, it's not so much a high-low. It could potentially be a turbo fall whiff where she drops to the other side real quickly. It could be a bad moon setup, which gives her another overhead. It could just be staggered pressure into you trying to mash into Dust, which moves her back. So the better way to train against Milia is to look at what option they're doing that is wrecking you over and over again, and training to eyeball it or guess your way out. Like, I mean predict in that sense. I shouldn't say guess in that instance, but it's more like, okay, this guy has gone to Turbo Fall 4 times in a row now, right? Like, let me be ready for that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like, bookkeeping is one of those weird skills that you have in Guilty Gear as a way to inform your guesses, right? And it's something which, if you're not used to practicing, it's going to feel super hard, and so all you have to do is just practice. Like, you need to be able to recognize the situations you're in, and you need to be able to recognize of the situations you're in, like which ones are coming out more often.
Does Koom have any good meter dump for neutral use? Blue Ball YRC? Hayabusa YRC to get in? Honestly, Koom is one of the characters that's very well served by 50 meter with either super or using it to RC into kicks. So I would recommend to avoid neutral spending, like neutral meter spending if you can. The re-blitz.
Oh no.
Oh, you might be dead. Footsies.
Woo! Damn. Meaty stand light into tick throw? What kind of Street Fighter Ash nonsense? Nah, good shit, newbie.
Jam is definitely the Street Fighter character.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know, so sometimes, very rarely, I can get Ed Ma to play some Guilty Gear at work.
Yeah.
And he only picks either Jam or Soul.
He would.
I don't even think he knows. Like, I have no idea how much he knows about Guilty Gear. Like, based on what I've played him, it's, you know, he's playing Street Fighter, and he's playing Street Fighter in Guilty Gear with like Street Fighter characters in Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder like how he like whether it was that he knows just enough about this game to know that those are the Street Fighter characters, or something just spoke to him in those characters and was like, hey, you already know how to play these guys. Or,
hear me out. He wanted to play the cute Chinese girl.
I mean that is also a possibility. But
this
like,
is Ed.
I don't think he knows enough about Guilty Gear to read Jam as Chinese. Like, that's kind of a deep lore cut. Oh,
well, maybe he listens enough to the audio cues where they do that.
Like the Bruce Lee shit?
Yeah, well, no, there's the Bruce Lee stuff, but she has a vocal tick that they gave her in this. What is it, the Adu?
He does not know enough Japanese to pick up on that.
It's Ed. He's the master. I'm convinced Ed knows everything.
I think you're right.
Either that or Ed would want me to. Oh my god, that jump kick! I was like, I'm convinced that Ed would want me to think that he knows everything.
Yep. Leo. Good shit, Lotus.
The best part of that is how you lost an entire round to a tech jump K that hit behind it.
Yep, I sure did. I'm so glad that happened. Currently,
well, the lesson here is don't drop that combo.
Oh.
See? No oppressive mix-ups. Just don't let him play.
You just let him hang himself.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, this is how they got Kennedy.
And then Kennedy came up with a wake-up Goldberg. Leo. Oh shit, what up, Danny? Good to see you.
Not today, Satan.
You know, I think that actually might be one of the things that makes... Oh, that sucks. That makes Answer particularly hard to deal with. Like, you have a lot of control. You have a lot of room to like, delay stuff. There's, like, a really high range in your ability to change timing on shit. And that's nasty as fuck. Woo. Oh,
shit, that was not supposed to be countered.
Oh, you still it.
Oh, I tried to fucking run up Gold Burst to be really disrespectful. That's my fault.
Good shit. Peace out, Judson. Hope you sleep well.
Sometimes you just want to spit on people's shoes.
Yeah, I think one of the scary things about Answer is really just that, like with other characters, you can kind of learn the rhythm, and it takes a really good player to be able to like stagger in a way that throws you off. But with Answer, like the way you use his scrolls and his mobility stuff, I have to pay attention to everything you do once you get me blocking.
It's fun.
Our patron saint of Guilty Gear, Kizzy K, said today on Twitter, I gotta look at the fucking screen.
Wait, what did he say?
He just said look at the screen.
Yeah, that's good advice.
I just gotta look at the screen.
Oh, let's go Kiwi.
Woo!
Pretty sure Kiwi was at Frosty and I didn't say hi to her. Now I feel bad.
No. Hey, Templar.
Oh.
If you're so basically, if Sanchez is on this stream, then it counts as him streaming. So if you sub to me, then it just counts as subbing to Sanchez.
Yeah, it's like a double Patreon. Oh, the one thing I was going to tell you about Leo is learning to be anywhere where Berserker Slash can't hit you. Because that is the I need to get in button.
Yeah, I think I just need to learn its range and its behavior.
I throw it on reaction whenever it does the cross-up version.
Yeah, I wish I throwed it on reaction. I can do it like in the trial, but that's about it. Yo, Newbie here. Thank you so much for the sub, homie. I appreciate it. And really, that sub it's like you just subbed to me and Sanchez. All right, I am going to well, The problem with doing emotes is that Irene's gonna do them, and she gets paid to do stuff that isn't that. So we'll get them when we get them.
Oh no, hair car! That's so silly looking.
What, the hair car?
The hair car getting countered, where it actually doesn't physically counter her, it just bounces her away because the hitbox is so far.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, you're dead.
Wait, yo, Danny, what happened with the Mario RPG record? Gypsy Danger, thank you for the follow, homie. Venom balls for every emote. And that's, but like you said, that's Bear's thing. 2 hours 46 minutes? What was the last record? That's really fucking short. I thought that was at least like a 3-hour game.
Also, Jam has a parry. Edma would probably pick that.
Yeah. Yeah, who am I kidding? That's probably the only thing he knows.
You know what I just realized? If you could somehow fuse Jam and Soul into one character, it'd be the perfect Edma character. I have a DP and a parry.
Oh no. Lag comes for us all at the end.
Footsies.
I mean, look, that run up stand kick probably also had like 16 frames of startup because of the delay.
Oh yeah, that was a call out.
Wait, so Danny, how did they drop that much time? Did they just get super lucky on everything, or is there some new shit?
I'm curious to know what route they take in the Bowser Castle at the end. Like, do you do the stuff where you have to count the number of barrels?
Okay, so they are finding route changes. That's cool. Yeah, how do you deal with Bowser? Count barrels and take a quiz.
Yeah, the quiz room.
Oh my god, fuck that. Fuck. No. Oh, fuck me. I did what you told me to do and it worked.
Throw your stupid ass knives everywhere. What were you waiting for? like that setup.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no!
I respect it.
Alright, so I like the 6P use.
Yeah, man, it came through big.
Yeah.
Hey, what tournaments are you planning on making it out to this year?
Hopefully... Six Mexican Pizzas Doc is a fantastic name.
Fuck.
I got distracted.
Yeah.
Hopefully Combo Breaker.
No! 6 Mexican pizzas dog left. Wasn't feeling the weight. He needed some Mexican pizzas.
Yeah.
Peace out, Gekitsu. Thank you so much for coming through. If someone's netplay handle is just the entire state of New Jersey. Oh.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Nice. See, that was probably just the second worst time to burst, right?
Yeah, that wasn't your worst burst. It was up there. It was definitely in contention.
Oh my god. Oh, what? Good shit.
Goofy stuff, goofy stuff, goofy stuff.
Cheap shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
How did that steal the corner? Well, that's a setup to learn later.
Nice.
What's up? Threw that shit before I came in the room.
So thanks for coming through. It's been a great stream. I'm just gonna shut this.
I was like, oh, is that the slow shuriken? Time to have fun.
Fuck. Good shit. Oh, so something I forgot to mention to all y'all in the stream audience, as well as you, Sanchez, I guess. Since Irene is out of town this weekend, or this week, I figured I'd stream a little bit later. So normally I close the lobby down at 11, and I'll probably stop playing and take a little bit of a break around 11, 11:30, but I'm going to leave the lobby open for some fucking late night hours Guilty Gear if y'all want to keep playing here. I'm also going to have the Rev 1 story mode playing. So, because I told y'all we were going to do that story mode stream, I need to catch up. So that'll be some fun time. Oh, we got Dad Dude. Excellent. So yeah, throughout the week, after we're done with the lobby play session, or in addition to the lobby play session, we'll be making our way through Rev 1 and Rev 2 if we can. I've only watched signs. I've not watched Rev 1 or Rev 2. That's right, Arizona. You're getting value out of this Twitch subscription. Also, I just don't want to be alone. Anyway, I'll be right back. Maybe we'll let the dog out. Yeah, get a little bit of an hour. Alright, we're switching over from Handycam. What up? What up, Suda51? Alright, let's see. We got Kinako Cam active. Hey girl. The internet says hi. Kinako, here it is. Yeah. You want your boat? Or you want to lie down? What do you want to do? Good stuff. That's right. Show the internet your butt, girl. Hey Pseudo, you don't need to apologize for being a noob in the stream, man. That was real sweet. Everyone was a newbie once. Except Sanchez. Sanchez was born fully formed. And like, when you get better at this game, you realize that playing as new players gives you a chance to experiment with different shit. So it's a good thing you're here.
The homie comes through.
Woo. Yeah, so right there, like, you just flew at his ass from, like, mid-screen. When you're in that situation, as answer, you're generally thinking, like, oh, I fucking got this, right? Like, people aren't poking you out of that shit.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Woo!
The homie.
Damn. Did it all for the homies.
Yeah, light characters are a big problem for him just because they fly.
They fly out.
Yeah, they fly out a ton of his juicier stuff.
Alright, Load is back in there. Let's see what we got for Leo.
You can get some goofy stuff on light characters.
Is that Answer? Answer mirror, here we go.
Oh wow, the mirror.
When was the last time you saw one of these?
I play this pretty often, actually. Not today.
Woo!
Yeah, don't counter in the answer matchup.
Is it easy for you to remember whose scrolls are whose?
Purple and green. First player's always always green. Second player's always purple.
Gotcha.
Confirms.
Woo! That's what I like to call big damage.
So answer gets to blow up answer really hard for ever whiffing a counter.
Huh. Yeah, quirks like that in the mirror always crack me up. Like, Chip is not that good at dealing with his own, like, H teleport. Oh, fuck.
Damn it. I just realized your Zatoisms shine through your chip.
Wait, really?
Yeah, your panic
2H?
dead angle
Oh, yeah.
that you have to do as a Zato player, you do constantly with this character.
Peace out, Cotton. Thank you so much for coming through. Oh,
You're dead.
Fuck you. Fuck.
I was actually trying to scroll counter your dead angle, but I did it too slow.
Good shit.
Actually, might have done it too quick.
I'm glad you told me so you can get all the credit for almost doing it. It's like if you didn't tell me, I would have known how smart you are, man.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh my god. Good shit. Woo!
Yeah, and you got it, and I do the flex combo just to make sure you're dead.
That was nice. Excellent blitz.
Oh, it's that dude.
It's that dude.
Oh, so I was putting up those screen caps I took from like 2i last night, or 2e.
2E.
There's definitely one where Ryu beats Alex, and it's like, you just felt my Shin Shoryuken. Have you ever felt a greater force?
Wait, is that where you got it from?
No, I don't think so. I think it was like actually a Star Wars thing.
Because
But we'll leave that for...
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, also because I didn't really play Second Impact at all, I didn't learn until a little while ago that Ryu like goes to Oakland.
Yeah, I took that screen cap.
And it's like, but it's like,
I put
it's
up
like
a-
weird
I put up a
farm
slightly
country
edited-
Oakland.
I put up a slightly edited one that says, "Wait for me, Warriors," and I'm like, "Yo, Ryu's gonna get on the squad." I'm playing kind of shitty. Hold on. Get this right.
How's this matchup for Ansem?
Not bad. I almost got that to work. I almost got that to work.
Woo!
Where I got the cross-up stomp.
Is it just like a really specific spacing thing?
So scroll dashes in the corner have this entire functionality to them where one of them will pull you out.
Okay.
And let me steal the corner.
Got it.
Woo, I'm the shit. Oh, I almost grabbed it! I pay taxes, come on! Why did that not let me get it?
Oh. Wow. This... You know, of course, this is the match that happens when we get you two. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what happened?
No, just that fucking swinging at the end. Meaty gold burst to counter the fucking wake up super. And it
Sometimes
worked.
you got it. I mean, I hope you appreciated the teleport or the scroll slide teleport to instantly get to the ground and throw them.
Yeah.
Alright, so this setup right here, you see where I have those two vertical scrolls?
Yeah.
So when they're right on top of you, what I'm doing is if I aim it forward, or I should say out of the corner, it's going to pull you out.
Okay. Like,
Actually, that's the first time I've ever done that. Hold on, I gotta write that down. I just realized I can super jump to that scroll. I hadn't thought of that before. So, if I set up both of them and I pull out of the corner, you have to block the other way. What I did earlier is I pushed you into the corner, and I did the stomp. God, fuck Melia, being that light.
gotcha. So it's the thing off the scrolls that pushes me out, and then the stomp. Based on what
Yeah, the stomp's massive hit stun lets me combo.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of like Chip's wall cling shit, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she has a double air dash. Yeah, so I've definitely hit you with that setup.
Yep. I feel like you've hit me with pretty much everything, though. Like,
Yeah.
this session and getting to some of this shit with you has made it much easier for me to actually understand what the fuck I should be looking for on defense.
That's why keeping 25 meters is so important, because a lot of these where it's like, oh, these are goofy side stealing, blah blah blah. It's like just blitz.
Yeah.
Just tap blitz.
Yeah. Oh, that dude, come back to us. You're not gonna look at the internet. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Yeah, that one right there, right?
Yeah.
So
And you see how that basically puts you in enough block stun where if you do block it, I just shove you back into the corner.
yeah. And so if you just come straight down instead of doing that dash, then you don't push me out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. God damn. So what galaxy brain shit led to 3 6H's in a row?
You weren't pressing anything? I'll just take my free crank. 6H is the... I think that's per capita, like the highest crank movie has for one hit.
Huh. And you can reasonably expect to get multiple like that? Or was it just that he was like too shy about pressing buttons?
Yeah, like after the first two where there wasn't a button press, I was like, I can probably just keep getting away with this.
Yeah.
Also, it's one of those things where if they're not comfortable in the button they're going to press, they get counter hit, and I want that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those situations where depending on the button they do, I can reasonably get a counter hit where I can tech and then combo them.
Oh no, did I get punted? Fuck. Oh well. Rip.
Oh, you weren't paying attention?
Yeah. I thought it was someone else's turn and I was playing with my dog. Oh well. Yeah, Lotus, I'm about to heat up some food right now, actually. Oh, BRB. Sanchez, you're in charge.
Alright, what's up, y'all? Please, like, subscribe, unsubscribe, and subscribe again.
Don't listen to anything this man says about Third Strike.
Good game, Kiwi. I really like that Milia color. It's definitely the choice of an educated individual. Alright, so Dizzy can be kind of annoying. Just because fish can eat some of the stuff that I want to do. And she's really lightweight. Missed the link there. really enjoy the green flames that come out when you start scroll dashing. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Got him.
申し訳ございません。経済モデルはニーチェ。
Oh, that's that dude. Never mind. Now it's Dominic.
Oh shit, what up, Cam? Also,
Oh, I had to close the stream chat, so if anyone said anything that they wanted me to answer, I couldn't read it.
Templar said, Sanchez, we still haven't seen the IK tonight.
Oh shit, you're right, I'm sorry. It's irresponsible of me. Keeping commitments is the sign of running a good business.
I'm Quinn for Victory asks, how do you guys approach playing with an Eno neutral in a way where you don't ever get stuck blocking a random projectile in your mix-up? And are there any real OSs or helpful tips I can use for focusing her on defense? So the first real basic tip is
Whoops, he's like...
against Eno, you can start by blocking high when you block low against everyone else, and block low when you block high against everyone else.
The other thing I would recommend is there's a gentleman by the name of Noslo Andy that's made an entire guide on how you can kind of like alternate your guard or use FD to make Eno strings a bit easier to defend against.
Oh, nice.
So his Twitter, I think, is just Noslo Andy. So if you have a chance, go check those out. Got a hit.
Alright, we got some motherfucking dinner.
What'd you eat?
I got some leftover cumin lamb noodles.
Alright.
It's good as shit. You eat like Szechuan food? How deep do you go for Chinese food?
So I've had Szechuan before, but I think the place I went to wasn't that great.
Sure. Yeah.
It's definitely something I want to explore.
Okay. Because, like, I feel like I was, like, this close to just telling some really bad ex-wife jokes. But one of the things I did get from my previous relationship was, like, a nice basic understanding of, like, a bunch of different Chinese, like, kinds of Chinese food. And Szechuan is fucking godlike. I don't think I'd ever noticed cumin in any Chinese food at all until I started ordering like the cumin lamb and shit, and really kind of getting a feel for the spicy. And man, it's some good shit. So if you do well with spicy, I highly recommend just like, I don't know, going deep on a menu. You know? Where are you living these days anyway?
Huh?
Like where are you staying at these days?
Still in Carson. I'm like right next to Compton.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, because I guess like Super is not. Is Super in Alhambra?
No, Super is in Azusa.
Okay. So if you're ever like going through or near Alhambra, I feel like there's probably some good Szechuan there.
Oh yeah, in Alhambra definitively.
Yeah. Damn, I just got my animals running around trying to get at this dude. Hell no. This is my ninja job.
ええ私の道にお会いできればどうもアンサーです申し訳ございませんでしたそれでですね
Hinako,
Frog
I'm
combo.
not giving you this. But I will move the camera for you.
政治や貿易と
Yeah, I just realized I actually have a phone that doesn't shit itself constantly. I could just start using that to look at Twitch chat.
Oh yeah, you can just use the chat only.
Yeah. Yeah, because I figured out one of the things that caused slowdown was Chrome being open for too long while I'm playing here.
Chrome fucks you up.
Yeah.
どうも先日はいやとんでもないこちらこそ一度お目にかかりたいと思っておりましたけどそうですねお話の途中で申し訳ございませんすぐに済ませます
Oh, I mistimed
Oh,
that.
that sucks.
はい
How long is that active for?
It's not very active. It's also one frame.
Oh, no.
Like, I mean, it's active on the first frame, so...
Right. So it's not gonna stay active for that long.
Yeah. Interesting.
Woo!
はい
Good shit.
いいえこちらこそありがとうございました
Yeah, comboing off of awkward hits.
お世話になっております東地方国のアンサーでございますはいはいこちらこそありがとうございましたあなたは無事にお帰りになられましたかもちろん着手はしておりましたいかんせん戦闘の都合が合いませんで
That worked out
Safe jump!
surprisingly well. Holy shit.
火山はさすがに止められますか止められております確かにその通りですね
Think about what you did.
Yo, what up, God King Washington? Good to see you.
我が国の主権は独立であり単なる自治
Sanchez, I don't know if you opened up chat yet, but let's just type. Ah!
That's the right sound I would expect out of a Leo player. I honestly feel like Leo players are like the depiction of Solid Snake now. Whenever he talks, that he has that grunt before everything else. It's like, Colonel, I'm at the In-N-Out. Ah! They don't have chicken on the menu. There you go. Now you're playing chip. Wait. How long is the delay on those, or can you control it?
I can't control it. It's the delay between the two waves is pretty significant, and you're gonna feel it more when it's up a little higher.
Yeah.
Like since that wasn't a good TK, they get staggered out a little more. Oh fuck me. Yeah, I don't know about that. Woo! Nice. Oh fuck you.
ですよね、絶対。10でまあ、
Oh fuck. Oh my god.
So was that YRC on block supposed to be dead angle, or was
Yeah.
that YRC on block?
It was supposed to be dead angle.
その説はお世話になりました。
Oh my god.
いつでもお立ち寄りください。
I have to give you both toys. You got the, I think the Lego and then the action figure.
に見切ってあ
No,
心配
I didn't know you could do that. Good shit.
Actually, it started cutting out. I wonder if it's my Discord. No. Alright, let's go, Kiwi.
すぐ戻りますんで。
Yeah,
So that's a very obvious setup. Whenever you see a double roll like that. If you ever see Milia roll at a distance that's outside of where the roll stab's gonna hit consistently,
I
it's
should
a
just
double
assume
roll.
that she's gonna do another.
Yeah.
I should be going
Or
for a
it-
throw there or what?
Yeah. Or if they haven't hit you in a second, like it's been a while since Milia's opened you up, expect that they're gonna do it.
Yeah. Are you going for like an OS with the throw, or do you just go for raw throws with your fucking badass?
Just do throw.
Alright. That's scary. And yeah, we're doing mukbang stream now, so you can watch me eat. You order me some Domino's, I'll eat it on stream.
So I was wondering if there's a way to get some sort of like hookup with Domino's, would be like, hey, if you order through this Domino's link,
Yep.
you know, you
Then
get a
I
cut.
also get free Domino's.
Yeah, yeah, right?
Oh,
Like,
hey,
imagine
the
how
IK
sick
came out. Hell
Snake
yeah.
has a tie. Imagine how sick would it be that your stream watches you play Gear, and the pizza tracker is at the bottom of the screen, so they can watch Jeff or
Hell
whoever
yeah.
make it. And it's like, oh, it's in the oven, dude.
It looks just like the like donation UI, but it's fucking.
It's the pizza tracker.
Pizza tracker. Yeah, I'd fuck with it.
いいえ、とんでもございません。
Ah,
I'm fucking up the
Empty.
Twitch game right now.
this empty can does not make for a good camera stand. But yeah, we're gonna look at that food real quick.
You know, I've never watched any of the social eating streams. I imagine they're kind of chill.
Yeah, they are pretty chill. Yo, Zen, thank you for the follow. See, that's what doing social eating does, man. That's what mukbang does. It gets Zen to follow.
Sick.
Hell yeah. So Starsky's actually streamed the pizza tracker. That's fucking sick. Good shit. You are a pioneer, sir, and an innovator, Starsky, for streaming the pizza tracker. Shout out to Zen. But yeah. Like, there's a lot of streams. So I'm used to thinking of Twitch as a video game platform. But about a year ago, I started watching some of just like the just chatting or just random streams of like people working or driving, and I fucking love that shit. Like, I don't even have to speak the language that they're talking in. I can just watch some random person eat or drive. I'm super down for that. Like, this dumbass future is actually giving us something I really like.
Huh. Maybe I should just start streaming myself while driving.
Yep.
It's like, hey guys, shit sucks. It's 7 a.m. I'm already 2 hours late for my job. I left at 4. Woo!
Fam, I would watch the shit. Well, no, it'd be 7 a.m. I will watch the VOD.
Yeah. Only the real fans are watching at 7 a.m.
Hell yeah, can you guys watch someone pick up trash? I watched a girl build like an IKEA chair. And this is like in like the wedding party. Like, we had people over, had some drinks, ate some food.
Oh no!
Oh my god. He just did that shit. We closed out our wedding by fucking watching some Korean girl build an IKEA chair. Yeah, Sanchez is in LA.
I thought that was going to be a tech catch and not a burst grab. So I actually have a post-it note, or like one of those sticky notes. It's just the things that I want to highlight later in the matches that I've played. This is how I keep my brand strong on Twitter.
Hell yeah. Post those clips, baby.
Yeah. If you do that enough, you convince people you're the best.
Damn, y'all talking about sexy space heaters in my chat? Fuck. I would fuck with the dirty Kotaku strings out. He felt that one. Woo.
So this is one of those matchups that I completely got turned around on.
Yeah, I figured that his buttons would give you a hard time with the scrolls, man.
So that's what I thought, right?
Yeah.
And then I realized I'm an idiot. Like, the biggest breakthrough I had in the Axel answer matchup was that I'm a dumbass. So, obviously he has all the buttons to check where your scrolls are, right?
Yeah.
So if I put the P scroll and they're both on top of my head, he knows he just has to hit 2S or 5P or like a Rensen and swing it upwards to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
What I realized, I was like, what if I just put it there and not do anything?
Yeah.
So I put a target that he wants to swing at, and then I never go to it.
That's some real Yomi shit, man.
Yeah.
Like
the
it.
other thing I realized is that developing like techniques with answer, where like I get consistent safe jumps and things like that, really remove Axel's ability to fight back properly.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, if you have some good safe jumps, then he's not doing... Like, every Axel wants to wake up DP at least once, right?
Yeah, and it's a pretty good DP. Like, they want to do it.
I know. Yeah, we don't have Machabo here. We have MechaMacGyver.
That it's a mouth. That's a mouthful.
What, you don't want your new name to be MechaMacGyver?
You could have just said like Mechabo, and
Yeah.
we would have all been fine and nodded. And you added this entire other layer. It's like somebody gave you like a deep dish pizza where you're like, yeah, there's a layer of cheese, there's a layer of marinara, there's a layer of meat, and then it's like, what about we just added a layer of poop?
Oh my god.
Wow, that stays out forever.
Yeah, that was almost really sick.
Huh. I didn't know Gekirin could OTG.
So Kiwi asks, is answer just guaranteed advantage out of all scroll buttons? I feel like that makes sense for the cost of setup, but I'm still trying to push buttons after.
It's very situationally dependent. Lower scrolls into Stomp, just scroll K, or scroll dash K, that's plus, massively. All the others, you need to learn to eyeball. Scroll dash into nothing can be pretty negative, but you can also do stuff where you side switch and you force them to block in the wrong direction real quickly. If you notice they want to mash throw after that, you just do scroll dash heavy and that will counter hit them. And the heavy itself can be variable frame advantage because it's either the initial swing or the back swing, and the later it hits, the more plus it is. So a lot of the characters just judging stuff on the fly. That was a terrible. Never ever burst on the headbutt. I lost this round. We gave it away.
Woo! Nice. Ah, the Yomi counter.
I fucked that up.
Woo! God damn.
Oh, so that super is actually plus on block
Good to know.
by like a disgusting amount too. It's like 11 or some shit.
Yo, Kizzy and Hitachi are in your Polish lumps? That's awesome. I hope you make it far enough. Sanchez, are you going to anime, Sanchez?
I should.
Yeah, you should.
Man, that was the start up a run. I'm probably not gonna enter.
What the fuck, man?
I'm incredibly lazy.
If I sponsored you, would you enter?
Nah, see, that's the thing. I'm trying to avoid responsibility.
Oh. well, fuck.
近くまで来ましたのでご挨拶をと思いました。妄想列車でした。少々お待ちください。こっちが入りまして。近くに来たらいつでもお立ち寄りください。失礼いたします。大変申し訳ございません。こっちが入りまして、こちらからお願いします。もしもしお久しぶりです。お分かりになりませんか？そのアンサーです。
Fuck.
お元気そうで何よりです。そのお待ちを。こういうもの申し訳ございませんでした。そうですね。
Are you fucking serious? That wasn't meaty enough? Jesus Christ. Sick.
Nice. Fucking third strike players. Good shit.
What have we learned?
Oh. Oh my god.
There was one more card I forgot to give you.
Damn. You got fucking like taglines for your finishes? You got one-liners?
Yeah, dude, these are all off the cuff too.
That's fucked up. Answer players, man.
Actually, that last card might almost be guaranteed to keep you in block stun.
Probably, yeah. Well,
Because it's 11. Actually, I'd have to see how fast S card is.
I think I got hit out of jump startup, so I'm guessing.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Peace out, Flick. Thanks for coming through. And thanks for the sub.
That's supposed to be 5H. I fucked up.
Was that Super Plus?
No, that was a goofy setup where
Okay.
they try to mash and like I'll trade with a 5H, but I got 6H.
Got it. That was definitely a looking at the screen moment, that hairpin.
So Amelia gets cranked more than any other character, if I remember correctly. So not opening her up is okay, because then you can just kill her on the next time you touch her.
お分かりになりませんか？さあどうぞ。
Wait, so the risk meter like has a the character difference is like that big?
The gain rate for her is actually pretty massive, if I remember right.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
大体本人のところ早速取り掛かりたいと思います。アンサーです。どうも先日は。いや、こちらです。一度お話しようと思っておりましたから。お勧めしません。気になったところに見ておいても安心してはいけないと。そう思いますので。大変申し訳ございません。キャッチが入りましたね。あ、いえ、お任せください。そうなんですよ。少々お待ちください。キャッチが入りまして。
Damn, that was a fucking run.
あなたのいいえ、とん
Teleport card is definitely the homie you talk to every so often. Like, you don't always go to it, but they got some good shit to say every now and then.
Yeah, when Rev 2 first dropped, I played Ansel for like 2 or 3 days. And my problem was basically I didn't care about the scrolls. I just wanted to play with the teleport and the cards.
その説はお世話になりました。
And that's where I was like, I probably shouldn't play this character.
Yeah, you need these things.
Yeah, of course. But it's just, they didn't excite me, you know?
大変申し訳ございません。キャッチが入りまして。
How could you not be excited by running around like an idiot?
It's just that I get so much running around like an idiot with Chip that answers a different kind of running around like an idiot. I'm like, yeah, I don't need that in my life.
お世話になっておりますアンサーです。今朝はすぐに始まりますね。あ、いえ、5分で済む話ですので、ぜひ。あ、いえ、とんでもございません。そうですね。勉強になります。
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, bubble.
Yeah, Sanchez is definitely the final boss of this stream right now.
I thought the fire bubble was like a time bomb.
Is it? I thought it was just
Because
a
I know the blue bubble you have to pop,
You don't have
but I
to
thought
pop
the fire bubble
fire
just like
bubble?
flew a certain distance and then exploded itself.
Huh. I don't know enough about that one. Let's look it up. Oh, so Idonus says it's slightly delayed after you touch it.
Oh, okay.
So you still have
Thank
to
you.
pop it, you just get a later pop. Minako. Minako.
おはようございます。早くからご連絡いただき申し訳ございません。アンサーです。お忙しいところですが、武者のコーチはおられますでしょうか。そこまで考えるのは未成年ですか。
Lie down.
あ、いや、なんか絶対あるんですよ。
Lie down.
しかし、それは確実な話にしておいてください。
Lie down.
そうですか。いけ。
Almost. Lie down.
はい。
Lie
あり
down.
がとうございました。
Stop.
こちらの問題です。
I get no respect.
どうもアンサーです。はい。先日ご挨拶にお伺いしました。思い出していただきました。
Oh, almost lying down. God damn.
How was that plus on air hit?
Oh, that sucks. Nice. Oh, get him. Oh! Alright.
Well, you know, it's time for me to go to bed.